And welcome back to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Steve Swat. My guest this segment is Steve Hansen, who's a biotech manager, but also a candidate for City Council in District 4 in Sacramento. Thanks very much for being back with us.
Oh, it's so much my pleasure. Thanks, Steve.
As we sort of wind up the campaign and as you go door to door talking with potential constituents, what are they telling you is the most important issue in your district?
There's a few things that are really important to them. First, they think City Hall is terribly dysfunctional and they want change. I think that they want new blood. We came in first in the June primary. We worked very hard, so we earned that, but also I think it was reflective of the changing city that we have. I hear a lot about the city's economy, which is tightly connected to the budget, and people are tired of the cuts that have decimated our parks, really compromised in some ways basic public safety. And I hear a lot about schools and what are we doing for our kids. Those are the three biggest things, and I think those aren't just District 4 issues, those are citywide issues.
Well, let me ask you a couple of follow-up questions based on what you just said. Let's talk first about the budget. Measure on the ballot, half-cent sales tax increase, $28 million would be realized. That would obviously prop up the budget. Are you in favor of that?
So at this point, I want us to build a long-term successful economy. I do worry that we've lost a lot of our sales tax base to the suburbs. The Galleria in Roseville now generates a lot of revenue. The auto malls that those car dealerships used to be in the city, Elk Grove, Folsom, again Roseville, make a lot of money for those jurisdictions, and Sacramento's done poorly on that. A lot of those large purchases that could happen in the city aren't going to happen if we increase our sales tax. That being said, I think the voters are really upset with how they feel the city's declined, and we have to staunch that. We can't just do it with cuts. This initiative, if I were on the council, I might have wanted to do differently, but I think it's a necessary evil at this point. And if the economy recovers in a couple years, I think we should end the sales tax increase early or divert that to infrastructure or something else that isn't structural. We made a huge mistake like the state did. When revenues increased to their peak at 2007, we spent at 2007 levels, even though it was temporary. And we need to not spend one-time money in a structural way so that we're left with these huge budget gaps.
They also mentioned that voters are angry at City Hall and dysfunctional city. There's a charter commission measure on the ballot, which would create a charter commission, and presumably, if this passed, they would sort of rewrite the relationship between the mayor and the city council and the constituents and change things. What do you think about that measure?
The voters are hiring somebody to do a job. We're supposed to be adults as council members. We're supposed to act professionally and work with people even when we may not want to go have a beer with them. And I think the voters have been disappointed that during these difficult times, we haven't worked together. We haven't made the effort to overcome our egos, our personality conflicts, to focus on solving problems for people. I didn't support charter reform when it was the mayor's idea. I don't support this initiative because I think you have to elect the right people and they should work together. I don't think that this charter commission is going to solve anything. Rather, I think it's going to just prolong the dysfunction for another couple years. There is no accountability for the commission. They don't have to produce a product, and the product that they produce could be something that is just draconian.
And I suppose you could get a rogue commission that goes in far directions that is not helpful, I suppose.
Absolutely. There's a lot of things at stake here, but I think the biggest thing at stake is that we have to solve problems, and that's not going to solve a problem.
All right. Well, Steve Hansen, thanks for coming by, talking about your campaign and the issues facing the city of Sacramento.
Thank you, Steve.
We appreciate it.
Thanks. Have a great day.
You too. And thanks to our viewers for watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Steve Swat. We'll see you next time.